1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Counting of votes is underway after completion of polling for the by-elections in 20 constituencies of Punjab Assembly in a peaceful manner. Interior Minister says the polling process in the by-elections today remained peaceful with no complaint of any mismanagement. Prime Minister says PTI, under direct supervision of Imran Khan, has run a sordid campaign to defame national institutions that tantamounts to undermine Pakistan. President has urged the Pakistani diaspora in the US, particularly physicians, to establish telehealth services for deprived segments and contribute towards progress of the country. In India, the joint nominee of the opposition parties for the upcoming presidential polls, Yashwant Sinha, has said democracy stands ruined in the country. Arab Parliament and the OIC have welcomed the Jeddah summit for opening new horizons of cooperation to address the security and economic challenges of the Arab region. And now the news in detail. Counting of votes is underway after completion of polling process for the by-elections in 20 constituencies of Punjab Assembly. After compilation of the results of polling stations, district returning officers and returning officers will announce unofficial results. Radio Pakistan's Lahore correspondent Sajjad Parvez reports that these Punjab Assembly constituencies fell in Rawalpindi, Khushab, Bhakkar, Faisalabad, Jhang, Sheikhupura, Lahore, Sahiwal, Multan, Lodhra, Bahawalnagar, Muzaffargarh, Layya and Dera Ghazi Khan. The Election Commission had established 3,131 polling stations in these 20 constituencies. A total of 175 candidates are contesting for 20 Punjab Assembly seats, which fell vacant with the denotification of dissident members of the PTI in Provincial Assembly. The Election Commission of Pakistan is monitoring the counting of votes process and result compilation through control rooms in Islamabad and Lahore. According to ECP, Chief Election Commissioner and Secretary ECP are monitoring the counting of votes respectively from Islamabad and Lahore. Any complaint can be registered at 051 920 4402-3 and 051 921 0837-8. Besides, fax number 051 920 4404 is also available for this purpose. Minister for Interior Rana Sanaullah says the polling process in by-elections today remained peaceful and no complaint received either from candidates or citizens regarding any mismanagement. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said some clashes were reported outside of only 14 out of over 3,100 polling stations across Punjab. The Interior Minister said a private company was involved in the incident of violence in Muzaffargarh, against which timely action was taken and its operations suspended, and a high-level inquiry will also be conducted into the operation of this company. He said no violations of Election Commission rules or regarding management were reported. He appreciated the police, rangers, armed forces personnel, Election Commission staff for peaceful execution of the polling process. The minister said turnout in by-elections is usually not more than 25 to 30%, but this time it has been recorded above 40%. Election Commission has served notice to Vice Chairman Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Shah Mahmood Qureshi for conducting press conferences in the limits of the constituency in Multan, an illegal raid among with supporters. According to District Election Commissioner Salim Akhtar, except the voters, candidates or duly authorized election agents, no one without a valid pass for Election Commission of Pakistan or Provincial Election Commission, District Returning Officer or Returning Officer concerned shall enter the polling station. The Election Commission has asked Shah Mahmood Qureshi to explain his position within 24 hours. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said PTI, under the direct supervision of Imran Khan, has run a sordid campaign to defame national institutions that tantamounts to undermine Pakistan. In a tweet today, he said every speech Imran Niazi delivers shows how unfit he is to hold public office. The Prime Minister said Imran Khan is rewriting Machiavellian principles of politics in his lust for power. President Dr. Arif Alvi says imparting skills to youth and women through short and extensive training courses in various fields, especially in information and communications technology sector, is vital for economic strength of the country. He made these remarks while virtually addressing the annual convention of the Association of Physicians of Pakistani Descent of North America today. The president said Pakistani diaspora can contribute to uplift and add value to business, industrial, agriculture, and services sectors of Pakistan. He also appreciated the Pakistani physicians in the USA for earning excellent reputation in the host country and for their valuable contributions towards Pakistan's development. He urged them to establish telehealth services in Pakistan in order to guide and consultant to the patients, especially to the poor and deprived segments of the population. Pakistan International Airlines has resumed its passenger flights on Beijing-Islamabad route after a gap of nearly 7 months. The flights to Beijing will also facilitate Chinese personnel working on different projects being completed under China-Pakistan Economic Corridor in Pakistan. This is Radio Pakistan. On the observance of International Justice Day today, justice continues to elude the victims of Indian state terrorism in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. An analytical report released by Kashmir Media Service said Kashmiris continue to face atrocities, discrimination and injustice at the hands of the Indian troops and judiciary. The report said Indian troops enjoying impunity under draconian laws are committing grave human rights abuses, in fact war crimes, to suppress the Kashmiris' voice and just struggle for the right to self-determination. Addressing a condolence meeting in Sopur town today, senior leader of the All Parties Hurriyat Conference, Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt said, due to unparalleled sacrifices rendered by the Kashmiri people, Kashmir dispute has become a focus of attention at the international level. He said Pakistan and India must end their hostilities and initiate dialogue to settle the dispute for ensuring durable peace and prosperity in the region. In India, the joint nominee of the opposition parties in the upcoming presidential polls, Yashwant Sinha, has said democracy stands ruined in the country. Yashwant Sinha, who was minister in the Atal Bihari Vajpayee cabinet, speaking at a news conference, appealed to the voters of the Electoral College to exercise their franchise after listening to the voices of their conscience. Arab Parliament has welcomed the Jeddah Summit for opening new horizons of the coordination and cooperation to address the security and economic challenges witnessed by the Arab region. In a press statement, Arab Parliament Speaker Adil bin Abdul Rahman Al Assoumi expressed full support for all Arab and international efforts aimed at achieving security and stability in the region. Jeddah Summit was hosted by Saudi Arabia with the participation of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, Egypt, Jordan, Iraq, and the United States. Meanwhile, Organization of Islamic Cooperation has also welcomed the outcomes of Jeddah Security and Development Summit. In a statement, the OIC General Secretariat affirmed its support for all Arab and international efforts aimed at achieving security, development, and stability in the region. Jordan has stressed that there can be no security, stability, nor prosperity in the region without a solution guaranteeing the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. In a statement, Jordan's King Abdullah II bin al-Hussein reaffirmed the importance of reaching a just and comprehensive solution to Palestinian-Israeli conflict on the basis of the two-state solution. On the second day of first cricket test of 2 matches at Galle, Sri Lanka in their second innings made 36 runs for the loss of 1 wicket at stumps today. Earlier, Sri Lanka in their first innings scored 222 runs and Pakistan in their first innings were all out at 218 runs. Babar Azam was top scorer with 119 runs, hitting his 7th test century. Finally, the weather. More widespread rain, wind, thunder shower with scattered heavy falls is expected in Sindh, Balochistan and South Punjab, while isolated rain, wind, thunder shower is likely in northeastern central Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. And now to end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Counting of votes is underway after completion of polling for the by-elections in 20 constituencies of Punjab Assembly in a peaceful manner. Interior Minister says the polling process in by-elections today remained peaceful with no complaint of any mismanagement. Prime Minister says PTI, under direct supervision of Imran Khan, has run a sordid campaign to defame national institutions that tantamounts to undermine Pakistan. And this is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan. News